Are we playing Pirates of the Caribbean now? Ow! I yawned and my lungs hurt. I know I said really my lungs is just like my body, but uh running, running, running. I had a better weapon. Oh, you're finally gonna let me attune to the aetheryte. Hmm. I love moving my ears. I'm sorry, it's so silly. Oh boy. What's with that music all of a sudden? Okay then. So you're the famous Ikarian, eh? I knew the moment you step through the doors, you've the look of one who walked through hell. I like her already. What does Spectacular paying a fellow adventurer a compliment? We're all friends here. Or will soon be. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, oh great champion of Erosius. You don't deserve it now, warrior relate, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Were you? A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shiraba, and I attend to the business here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Rats that Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations that they represent, yes? We've got representative from Doma. Hilda and El Amigo. Limsa Limsa. Gridania. And last, but never let it be the least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouth that bridge the distance between Razahan and their respective homeland. We've used this respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demands, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Basically, all of the other countries wants to know from me what happened. Oops. Because I'm the champion. I thank you for your report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric animalities you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the sky turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proven valuable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Tavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea in our far eastern ally, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including the island of Corvos. Alas, that is of little comfort. Hi, all throughout the Allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into Eidos beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involved in merchant Kalzal. And as was the case here, the victim underwent a change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restrictions. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Razahan, we've taken the calling, the first change within to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communication, we shall urge our current to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measure to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Hi, each nation has assembled their own group of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies in their spawn as when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's mind at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength, and help us slay the blasphemies that plague our own ones. Once a champion, always a champion. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into your that fine cuisine, eh? Okay, roll quest. Oh, Heinrich. Why don't I have a link pro with all the leaders? Okay. So I take it I can't yet get the quest before. Or did I get the one I needed? I probably do. Let's teleport. It's gonna be quicker. I'm a child. Chai sounds good. Yeshara. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? I'm hungry. I shouldn't be hungry, but I'm hungry.
各地にも疑心銃が。
父が説明していた通り、これから被害が拡大していくのかもしれないね。アーモロートで知った過去の週末もそうだった。
あれに倣うなら範囲の広がりに加えて現象がさらに悪化する可能性もあるんじゃないか。
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effect to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread?
人が異形に転じるってだけでも悪夢だが、
It's
変化が多
terrifying.
くの動植物や大地そのものに及べば、さすがに居続けるのは難しくなる。
いよいよ住めない星になるってわけか。
ご注文の品をお持ちしました。こんな状況ですけど、ごゆっくり。 私たちどうするべきなのかしら。今回週末を目の当たりにして闇雲に戦うだけじゃダメだって思い知ったわ。
It's really sad to see how the city speak like so sadly.
どうにかして根本的な解決をしないと、その場しのぎのやり方じゃすぐに限界が来る。被害が拡大していくならなおさらね。
She's smart though. She speaks truth.
何かないのかしら。
鍵を持っているとしたら、過去の終末を知り、ゾディアークを保持することで終末を防いでいたハイデリンなのでしょうけれど。
But how do we talk to Heidelin?
バブイルの塔の一件以来、彼女からの接触はなし。できないのかしないのかさえ伺い知れないわ。
I don't think she can.
しるべとして託された花も消えてなくなってしまった。
Remember a time we called it Elpis? You would do well to remember the name.
確かに月の監視者はそう言っていたわね。エルピス。私には心当たりがない言葉だわ。
残念ながら私もだ。我々の時代にはと言っていたということは。
そうでしょうね。ただアニドラスの記録を閲覧していた時にも聞いた覚えはないわ。
じゃあこの線で追うのも無理ってこと？古代人の生きた時代のことなんて聞ける人もいないし。
一人だけいるかもしれない。エリディブスだ。
Edibus.
俺は白成績に変えて第一世界のクリスタルタワーに彼を封じ込めた。あの塔に込められたエーテルは機能の維持なんかに使われ、少しずつ正解に返ってる。だから彼の魂ももうそこにはいないかもしれない。でももしまだとどまっているとしたら話せる可能性もあるんじゃないか。俺たちはもうそれを確かめにはいけない。でもあんたなら。
I'm the only one who can go to the first.
ああ、行動あるのみだ。 俺としても願ったり叶ったりだ。少なくとも今は第一世界が無事であること、それが分かれば踏ん張りがいもあるからな。そこで糸口がつかめるか否か。どうあれ俺たちが乗ってるのは相当に分の悪い賭けだ。だがウリエンジェが月にいる。あいつは本当にそれしか道がないと判断したら最善を尽くして地上の。
だったら私たちはその瞬間までうつむかずに抗うだけだわ。
ええ、こちらに残る方もやれることをやりましょう。私はマトーヤにもう一度連絡を取って 正解からハイデリンに接触できないか試みてみるわ。
であれば私は各国と協力して週末の正確な状況を把握できるようにしよう。
その情報をこっちに回せ。一時しのぎだろうが倒せる獣は倒しておく。
不安や恐怖、それに絶望、どれだけ遠ざけようとしてもそういう気持ちは湧き出してくるだろう。けれど忘れないでいてほしい。ここにいる仲間がどこかで戦い続けている。私たちは決して一人にはならない。
The English version doesn't say exactly what the Japanese version is. It says everyone here. Like, we're all together. Well, you will not become alone.
ひとときの休息は過ぎ去り、ついにその時が来る。さあ、すべてを明かしに行くがいい。終わりをめぐる始まりの地へ。
Where the beginning ends and the ends begins. The end begins. Okay, before continuing the story, we should do this one. Because this should be our class roll. Well, wait, there's like 5. How can they be roll quests if there's 5? There's 3 rolls. Huh? Oh no, there's 5. Okay, melee DPS, range DPS, magic, healer, tank. Got it. Oh yeah, there's a new housing area. Hold on, let's go check the... Let's go check the housing area first. I mean, I did help in building it quite a lot. Hey, friend. Long loading. They put me in Ward 1. Hopefully I'm not gonna start crashing like John the other day. We did build it. was kicking a puppy. What did Jenny do? I just entered the new housing area. I was hoping I wouldn't crash like you did the other day. Why? Why are the cactuar everywhere? I don't remember this. But yeah, we basically built this place from the ground up with like quests over like a few months. Like we build houses, buy houses and stuff. It was quite something. I happened to be in the area after the EQ. Such old content. Well, he needs to start somewhere. Boing. Boing. Hey, Lusty. To be fair, this is pretty much old content now. Lusty's whining about how I play PS2. I'm Rick. Where's your voice actor? Where's your voice actor? Shadowed hearts. If I can have any husband or husband in any game, it would be him. This has got my favorite voice actor too, so it doesn't help. Cathedral. Oh, the music is clashing with the cathedral. Clashy music. And I'll seek to prevent the fangs back from me from working. Blah blah. We're presently relocating the vault's libraries to the cathedral, in case you were unaware. We had finished delivering a batch of tomes and were on our way to bring another. As we approached the Oplon, we noticed a young man walking unsteadily. No sooner had he come to an abrupt halt than he transformed into a draconic beast. The fiend fixed us with a menacing glare, and it was all I could do to find our wits to flee. But to my compounding horror, my brethren who were with me began turning into monstrosities as well, one after another. Forgive me if I interrupt. I was informed that our stalwart protectors were present, and wish to express my gratitude. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your service. I pray that we shall soon be free of this scourge. Indeed, if there is aught we might do to aid your effort, you need but say it. Ouch. You're most kind, Your Grace. Seems nicer than the people before him. That was Bishop Artinois, the head of Saint Romanos and a member of the Synod. With the seat of the Archbishop vacant, he is in effect the highest authority in the Ashgardian Orthodox Church. This is so, yet in spite of his elevated station, he remains as kind and humble as a man as any I have ever known. Like his grace, I will do all that I can to help shepherd our people through this uncertain time. To that end, there is a request I would make of you, if you could spare a moment to consider it. Of course, if it is within our power, we should be glad to offer our aid. Thank you. What do you want? Yet they sought refuge in the wilderness. They put themselves at the mercy of the elements and fell fiend's boat. Given that the cause of the transformation was not clear, I think theirs was a decidedly unwise decision. I wish to set out and find them, but I am not trained in the way of war. As such, I require those who are to accompany me to me in my search. So that is the way of it. Suffice it to say, we will help. Do you know whether your fellows may have headed? The Western Highlands, I believe. Between Gorgon, Gorgon Mills and Emlock. There is no shortage of bandits dwelling in that area. Very well, time being of the essence, I propose to split up and scour separate areas. I get babysitting duty. Why do I get babysitting duty? Come on, load. Thank you. Oops, the other way around. That way. I'm getting lost. Huh. I have no idea how to get down. How did he get up here? What do I need to do to this one? Nope. Um, what amount do I need here? Hold on. Vista. Western Quartus. On the Dreaming Dragon, no. Oh, in Western? Oh, we're in the Forelands. On top was no. No. Wait, where am I? What area am I in? Yeah, Quartus Western Island. On the right hand of the giant statue, Rally. There we go. What just happened? Oh, okay then. You're not the one I'm looking for. Can, mm, keyboard, can you? My keyboard is being weird. The keys are getting stuck. You. Hi. My friends, forgive us if we have given cause for alarm. We come out of concern for your well-being. Though we understand why you quit the city, we fear you may have placed yourselves in greater risk by coming here. His Grace Bishop Bassanlo too worries for your health and prays for your swift return. So please, will you not allow us to escort you to the Holy See? I assure you, you will be much safer there than in this wretched place. Servants of the Fury will never be safe in the city, don't you see? This is your fault. You and your cursed revolution. The people disdain us, mock us behind our backs, and spit in our faces. Heinrich's nut, please. Now someone is conspiring to transform us into monstrosities, enemies of the church, I'll wager, emboldened by your deeds. So no, I will not go back to Ishgard. I'd sooner freeze to death than suffer your pity. All I ever done was in service to her. I'm a good man. She cannot forsake me. We'll remain here and keep the other calm. Try, please. I don't want to have 3 of them. Whee! I'm an airplane. Are you ready, Chocobo? Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Sadly, yes. What happened is most regrettable, but we must be grateful that no one else came to harm. While we were gone, the deacon was able to convince the others to return to the city. Let us escort them back at once and then reconvene at the congregation to consider our next course of action. For our purpose, we'll have to use of the strategy room. Announce yourself to the guard without, and he will show you in. I think once we're finished with this quest, it's gonna be time for bed. It's almost 4 a.m. I need to fix my sleep schedule this week too. Sheesh. If truth be told, the thought that they may be still succumb to despair in turn remains at the forefront of my mind. Yet the risk would be greater still were we to keep them at arm's length and deny them the comfort of the church. He and others like him can scarcely be blamed. Since the truth of the nation's founding and the Archbishop machinations were made public knowledge, the church has been in turmoil. Though we have made great strides in separating religion and state, there has been far less progress in the reformation of the church. For faith has been everything to us, our purpose and our comfort. It is not an easy thing to reconcile one's belief with the betrayal of our spiritual leaders. Thus torn between their hearts and minds, many guardians feel lost, and none more than members of the clergy, whose faith was once unshakable. Little wonder, then, that the most dedicated and devout are like to turn. So it seems, but further investigation is needed here to draw a definite conclusion. With the war's end, Ishgard has set out on a new path. The choices we make now shall determine our course for the future. Come with me, we dare not squander the chance we have fought so hard to attain. Once the returned clergymen have sufficiently calmed down, I shall have the deacon speak with them, that we might gain insight in their individual plight. Good. Meanwhile, I shall take the opportunity to brief my men on recent development. Pray take a moment's rest, my friend. You have earned it. When you are ready to continue our work, you may seek us out here. Is that the deacon? Ah. Scary music. Deacon Clem, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf. It was no imposition in the least. As I said, I was glad to do all I can. So, 'tis our understanding that those we escorted back were all close acquaintance of the Inquisitor returned. Like him, they too had been the subject of harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is this correct? It is, I am afraid. And they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and deference as servants of alone, but now they are openly reviled by many. We were complicit in perpetrating terrible lies, this is true, but we too were misled. We too are victims, yet we are regarded by some as criminals. Well, do I understand the people's anger, but it saddens me to think that they would thus lash out at their fellow men, especially when we need solidarity most of all. Though I can imagine your plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Will you tell us of the challenge you and yours have had to face since the war's end? Like all sons of daughter of Ishgard, we dreamed of peace in our lifetime, but now that it has come, we find we have little cause to rejoice. Our faith has long been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures beyond repair for some. To learn that we had been deceived and that we were unwittingly deceived, that we unwittingly deceived others in turn was devastating. We who had once been shepherd to men found ourselves lost lambs, bereft of surety and wanting for guidance. We have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith that the church will redeem itself, that I will find a new path and again become a beacon of hope for the people. I see. Thank you for sharing this with us. Your testimony has confirmed our suspicion. According to our allies, that which causes people to turn is none other than their despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, it is now abundantly clear why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the church. In light of this, we would ask for you. We would ask for your continued cooperation. Of course, anything to help my brethren. Now that we have established a cause, that leaves us with the mystery of profane Fafnir's identity. The progenitor of these troubles. Could he have been a man of the cloth? From what I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in the common fashion, inadequately against the cold besides. 'Tis said that something of an individual may remain in the blasphemy influencing its behavior. If we can determine what instincts drives profane Fafnir, we may learn who it once was, and this knowledge, I believe, will prove vital in our effort to stop it. Deacon Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties. Understood. As I have ever done, I shall provide what comfort I can to those in need. Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemy. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. The Oplon is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to have been present at the tragic event unfolded. I propose we make inquiries in the pillar. If you could attend to the Oplon. Blah. Blah. Reading is hard. Words are hard. Words. Okay, where am I supposed to go? The pillar. So last vigil. Last vigil. Okay. Didn't see. Why say that? Why do I few words you trick? Wise words. Boing. Brooms. Is there a crystal nearby? Sounds like I'm really worried about money at this point. I could have just supported. I wish it was easier to make a guild. I would make my own guild just for myself so that I can have actions. They don't have like, because they don't have a guild, they don't have like XP buffs and stuff. Prime of his years. By all account, he is no old man. It seems safe to assume it isn't Sir Vendro. While I was still unconscious, it would often ramble, though most of it was incoherent. You mentioned the Archbishop many times. Oh, and he spoke of a bishop too, Bishop Vartinois. I assume he was a pious man, given this. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation, and should we confirm what became of Andrew, inform you forthwith. Great. Dun, dun, dun. That's what I do when I play this game. I sing the I hum the music. The music is so good. For a good tonight. Da da da. Nice clothes. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, yawning hurts. I pushed myself too hard yesterday. My body hurts when I yawn. Indeed. Though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray a fervent faith. And how curious he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Vartinois especially. Or specifically. Perhaps he was personally acquainted with his grace? In light of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly. Agreed. I will request an audience, but His Grace has many demands upon his time. It may be a while before we are seen. It may be a while before we're seen. Like, it's kind of urgent. Edmund became a beast, just saying. Like, don't they have like certain priority, especially since Imric is like not really the king, but he's like in charge of this place. Like, come on now. He's the head politician in this place, you know? It's like, you grant us an audience only to depart with such haste. What business could it be so pressing? There's something fishy. Something fishy about the bishop. Well, no, that even the savior of Midgard should be here. Your Grace, perhaps this is simply our misunderstanding, but we were under the impression that you had granted us an audience. You ran away. Lord Speaker, rest assured I was just about to return to the cathedral. There is no need, Your Grace. This will not take long. As you may have heard, we are investigating a young man named Vendro. Is he known to you? No, I cannot say he is. With the exception of the former Archimandrite, I am sure I know no one of that name. But mine and the archbishops are known to many, yes? Perhaps this youth took inspiration from the public service, says over which we presided. Good the souls that he is. Full glad am I that his fate was of comfort to him in sickness, and I pray that to alone that he will soon be found in good health. Yeah, that's fishy. Now then, if it was nothing else, I shall return to my duties. Yeah, sure. Sorry, that was a weird laugh. Except we can see the past. Thank you. Fear not, Your Eminence. I shall carry on your legacy. We have completed the preparation as per your instructions. Are you certain this will work? It will. It must. Lord Imric spoke the truth when he revealed the Archbishop sought primal powers to strengthen the people's faith. I could not bring myself to believe it, not at first, but in the course of cataloging His Eminence's personal articles, I came upon this journal. Therein, he had written that through abundant heather and fervent prayer, it is possible to make gods of men. All the power we require lie in this place, this Azisla, by channeling the essential elements into the soulless flesh and sword we found. We shall summon forth King Torden and his Knight 12, and by his blessings Ishgard shall be restored to its former glory. Well, out of the bag with you. The rabbit's out of the bag. Is that the saying? The rabbit's out of the bag. I feel that's wrong. So they tried to summon it primal. What is this? It's just an ordinary man, scarcely changed from before. Well, yeah, that's because you need a lot of ether to get a primal. His Eminence, I must protect me. No, this isn't right. Well, duh. Confound it. Perhaps I overlooked something. I must return to the Holy See and review the journal. Idiot. Your Grace, what shall we do with this thing? Leave it. 'Tis a failure without use or value. The denizen of this place will deal with it soon enough. Well, the bishop is, not a good guy. Wow. Echo, are you well? Were you perchance granted a vision of the past? Yes, and you're not gonna like it. An attempted summoning of King Torden in his 12 nights? Oh boy. Your Grace, you should know full well that summoning is strictly forbidden. You will accompany us at the congregation and explain yourself. I have dedicated my life to the church, conducted my affairs in accordance with the scriptures. I can't read this too fast. You're just yelling. I did everything, everybody is against us and blah 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 blah. Well, yeah. Okay. Turn into a beast. get Grace. No. That it should come to violence yet again. Would that your hands had not been forced, my lord. Deacon Clem should not be alone at this time. I shall remain with him while tending to the aftermath. When things have settled, I will return to the congregation. Pray you go on ahead and get some rest. That poor deacon is... Everyone above him are like really bad people. Poor soul. So who's gonna take over the church? Is it the deacon? Well enough given the circumstances. Though understandably shaken, he is more determined than ever to help his fellows. Truly, he is possessed of a stout heart. But to think that even a member of the synod could succumb to despair in turn. The crisis gripping the church is far graver than I had imagined. In punishing for such an abrupt separation of religion and state, we may have exacerbated the growing divide between the clergy and the general populace. That he should seek to use one of the lag's unlowly abomination to create a primal. Yet that which manifested now was not like the being you fought, but rather retained the form of a man, once driven by the desire to protect the archbishop. We may safely assume the bishop did not have sufficient ether. Bereft of Nidhugg's High, the sword Ascalon no longer has as such power, nor does that of the warring triads remain to be honest, thanks to your valorous intervention. But if the summoning failed, how did the clone come to possess life, and what purpose drives it? Lack of ether, notwithstanding, the necessary components were present for summoning. Perhaps the ritual itself was a success, and the vessel, though imperfect, arose as a champion of the archbishop. Yet how did he come to be in the Central Islands? You believe that this clone and the and the man who became the blasphemy are one and the same? Nay, I merely speculate, yet considering what we know of the clone and Vendrog, it would seem a likely possibility. Whatever the truth may be, it will not elude us forever. But first, I must lay some groundwork for the next phase of our investigation. God's permitting, I will have news to share here long. Pray looking on us when you can. Blah blah. Okay. That's a lot of reading. And I need to level it before we continue. So, I think I'm gonna call it because it's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late. Do 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 do. It's like 4:30 a.m. I really need to fix my sleep schedule this week. I'm gonna have to find a way like to. Oh, when I start my job, it's gonna be in the afternoon. But probably like 2 to 6 ish, 2 to 7. Not sure, but but yeah, I actually have to wake up on Monday to go to the doctor. So but I don't have insurance, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I need to go to pick up a paper. So yeah, I guess yeah. Let's go and find somebody to read so that I can go get some sleep. Some sheep. Who's on is a question. There we go. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a good day, good night, whatever time it is for you. And I will see you probably tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.